There's going to be a lot of people watching this, I hope, and they might be thinking, well, they might be looking at you and your success and everything you have, and they're thinking, do you know what, Iman, I want a bit of that. I want even just a slither of the pie of what you have. What should people do that are watching to become wealthier, more free, to have a lifestyle that's even close to what you have? What are the things in 2022 that they can do?
Okay, so most important thing is, first of all, the most important thing is you need to get your income up, right? Like, you're not going to live the life that you want by investing. You know, like, it's so funny when I hear people, you know, someone will have like a very expensive car, a very expensive watch, and they're like, oh, how'd you make your money? Oh, I invest in real estate. All right, that's cool, but where'd you get the money? Like, you're not gonna have 2,000 in the bank and become a real estate mogul. That's not gonna happen, by investing your way. So you have to increase your, the amount of money that you make. Now, there's a couple options. I'm not really one of those people who, says, oh, if you're an employee, shame on you. This, like, look, I have people in my companies who make $500,000 a year.
In you employ, you pay people?
Yeah. So
wow.
So look,
wow.
Look, and another thing is, as business owners, there's a lot of business owners, and by the way, on that's salary plus profit share, right? I have
performance driven,
percentage of profits in that company,
yeah,
right? And that's a company where I own 100%. Obviously, there's other businesses, for example, my software company, where I have a business partner, and we both have equity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyways, the point is, those members of my team literally make more than business owners. And business owners, a lot of times they have a propensity to think they make more money than they actually do, because they just look at revenue and they're like, oh, I made this. No. Like, factor in all your expenses. I guarantee you're making less money than you actually think you're making.
Yeah. Like,
actual profit. So, the reason I say that is because if you can find a company which gives you very good growth potential, and if you're someone who can grow, and that's rare. I will say that's very, very rare. It's very rare to find a company where you have a great work culture. And I like paying my team as much as possible. Now, there gets to a certain point where I can't pay someone anymore because they've come to the cap of what they're worth, and usually what that is like double what I could hire someone else. Like, I'll pay twice. If I really like someone and they're great in the company culture, I usually pay them 50 to 100% more than when I pay someone who's better than them to join the company fresh, if that makes sense.
Yes, I got you.
Right? Because I just like, I want to end the game with the people I started with. That's just me personally. Right? So if you can find, a fast growing company, a company with a great culture, a company that, has a good comp structure, that's a way for you to increase your income. And as I said, the people that work for me make a lot of money, and we also have a very strong culture of like, hey, don't just make money, invest it as well. Right?
Yeah, it's interesting that you've said that. I didn't expect you to say find a good income from an employer.
Yeah, so no, that's your first option. But here's the thing, right? As I said, that's so rare. It's very unlikely. Whereas most people watching this, look, if you're working at Waitrose, you don't have that luxury. You're not like, you're not. Let's say you're a senior. Or something. Cool, you make 120K a year after taxes. What's that? Once again, I hate to be insensitive here, but it's just not enough to move the needle.
Yeah.
Right. So the easiest thing that you can do is start your own business, and make sure that you start a business where you don't need to put a lot of money down.
Yep.
Right? Make sure you start a business where you don't need to put a lot of money down. And also, if you don't want to start a business, then just be a freelancer, or there's also other roles which are kind of fall into a sort of overlapping space. So for example, if you're good at sales, if you're good at talking, look, if you're a sales rep at a good company, you easily make, 10, 15, 20K a month. Right. Basically the person who's paid most of the company is, always the CEO or the founder. Second highest is the head of the sales. Right.
100%.
So, there's overlapping aspects where you're a entrepreneur, you're entrepreneurial minded within a company. So there's roles like that. Or for example, whatever sort of talent that you have, you can go ahead and you can make an agency out of it.
Yeah.
Right. So, and obviously that's what I did when I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
So let's say, for example, you're very good at, editing TikToks. You get a few clients, let's say 750 a month, 1,500 a month, and by the way, if you're targeting businesses, most people don't realize how many expenses are involved with businesses. Like, most people hear in their mind, like 1,500, that's half my income. Yeah, sure. But you need to understand, for businesses, that's like, most businesses are spending, like the local coffee shop in the corner, their expenses are 80,000 a month, right? And they make 90,000, right? So it's not like being the owner of a coffee shop is usually very lucrative, because they still work on paper thin margins. But the point is they see that amount of money leaving their bank account every single month. So, what's 750 a month to them, right? So, you can start there. And then as you get better at TikTok editing, then you start hiring talent, and you hire talent in Romania, Philippines, South Africa, Brazil, these countries where there's really good talent, like some of the best talent I've ever seen in the entire world. And obviously there, if they make $750 a month full time, that's incredible for them. Right? So, now you bring them on board, they work as contractors, you grow it up, you scale it up. At some point, they become actual full-time team members. So, that's an option. Like, look, there's so much money out there. There's so much money out there. Just do stuff for businesses that bring them more money or perceived value than you get in return, or get into sales, or just, there's so many different directions.